Pool noodles are cheap, pliable, and can solve many everyday problems, perhaps problems you didn't even know you had. So we've put together some of our favorite alternate uses for pool noodles, starting with this. If you need to fill up a large bucket and you're having trouble getting it under the faucet, a pool noodle can quickly solve this problem. Insert one open end directly over the faucet and aim the other end into an open bucket on the floor. Turn on the water and fill it to your heart's desire. Following the same principle, you can also make a nifty vacuum extension with a $1 pool noodle that'll allow you to easily hit corners and other hard-to-reach places. Just insert the foam over the base of your vacuum hose and fire it up. Grab all those cobwebs, get that weird dust that's been building up above your windows, or use it in your car to really get under the seats. It's simply perfect. If you're looking for a quick way to give your dog a rinse after playing outdoors and don't want to blast it with the hose, you can easily make a dog washing hoop. Grab a pool noodle and cut off a bit of one end and stuff it inside the hole to fill it up and block it. Now wrap some duct tape around it to hold it there, and if you want to make sure it's absolutely plugged, then put a zip tie around it to hold everything in place. Form a circle with the pool noodle and connect the pieces together with a zip tie or tape at the top. Make sure you leave the open end above so a hose can be easily inserted. Grab a skewer and poke holes around the inner rim of the circle. Now you can always add more later, and that'll help a bit to get full coverage when you turn this thing on. When that's done, insert the hose into the open end. You can tape this off if you'd like, or just squeeze it hard with your hand. Start by turning the hose on very low. If you put too much pressure in, it might burst the pool noodle. Once you've found a good level of pressure, have your pooch step into the circle and give him or her a nice full body wash, getting rid of all that dirt and gunk. It doesn't take long for a full cleaning, and it'll even keep your pooch nice and cool. If your dress pants tend to hang up for a long period of time, they will eventually develop some horrible crease marks that'll prevent you from just throwing them on real quick and going out the door. You can avoid this in the future by slicing a pool noodle at the base of a hanger and then cutting a slit right down the center. Put the foam over the base, and if needed, you can stuff a piece of tape inside to hold everything steady. Now just lay your pants over the large, rounded hanger and put them back in your closet until you need them. They'll be crease-free and ready to rock. If you enjoy camping but loathe the call of nature, then this one's for you. You can make a portable camp toilet with a 5-gallon bucket and a super skinny pool noodle. Measure out the length you need to cover about 75% of the top and cut it to size. Once you have your proper length, put a slice right down the center so that the foam will act as a clip on top of the bucket. Now this part's really up to you, but we highly suggest lining the bucket with a strong garbage bag and pulling it tight with the straps. Then just place the pool noodle right over it to form a semi-comfortable seat. Some simple tape will hold it in place if you find it popping off, but honestly, sitting on it will achieve the same thing. You could also pour kitty litter in here or just add some water. Place your camp toilet in a nice secluded area where no one could ever possibly see you using it, and then go about your business until your business catches up with you. Sure beats digging a hole. Ever wanted a floating bar for your pool or hot tub or maybe even bathtub? Get a cheap cutting board and measure out a pool noodle to each side of it. Cut the foam to leave a couple inches on both ends and then slice all the pieces down the middle to form a clip. Now just attach the noodles to each side of the cutting board, ensuring that they're snugly attached. In most cases, these don't need anything further to hold them in place. Just make sure that your cutting board's thick. Place the floating cutting board in the pool and enjoy yourself. When you're done, you can even store the pool noodles and bring the board back into the kitchen after rinsing it. If you have a cluttery mess of wires behind your computer or TV center and want an easy way to clean things up and route cables, pool noodles are a cheap and effective solution. The basics of this are fairly straightforward. Take a look at how all your wires are running and try and bunch them together a bit. Grab your cache of pool noodles and start to measure out lengths that will conceal the wiring. Just cut them to size and then slice them down the center. Pop open the pool noodle and tuck your wires inside. You are going to need many different sizes to conceal everything fully, but most wire jobs can be handled with just 2 to 3 pool noodles. This is also a much cheaper alternative than spending money on cable tubing. Cut some smaller pieces to take care of any corners or splits, and once you have everything covered up, you're left with a much cleaner wire system. So you can go from a cable emergency to cable cleanliness in just a few minutes and a little planning. What kind of craziness do you get up to with pool noodles? Share your tips in the comments and slap that like button with a pool noodle if you enjoyed this. We'll see you next time.